Hey guys, welcome back to the Lawn Care Masterclass. We've done our first top dressing and this time we're going to be doing a levelling top dressing. Okay, so what I mean by that is in certain places around the lawn there's areas that are dipped quite a lot and there's a few bumps. So what I'm trying to do with the topsoil top dressing that I'm going to be doing over probably a fair amount of the lawn, because there's lots of bumps all over the place, is to smooth everything off. And what I'll do is I'll show you a couple of places around the lawn where it's very obvious where it needs it. And I won't necessarily show you what I'm doing in the process of actually putting the soil down and levelling, because it's very similar to if you were prepping to lay new turf. You put soil down, you rake it, you tread it, you smooth it off, level it, tread and level again. It's just an over and over process just to smooth things out to make it as level as possible. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, and I thought actually just as I'm doing this I'll get that done as well, and I'll go through the prices of the materials and bits at the end. So let's show you a couple of bits where it's a real problem. So this is just to the side of where the whirligig is. You can see how dipped this bit of soil is. Now because we've got the whirligig there, when we walk around it to put the washing out or take it down, over time it's compressed the soil, so the actual height there is in the middle is nearly 2 inches, so there'll be a fair bit of soil going in this area, and I'll be levelling it out to bring the level up to the edge of where the brick wall is here. This isn't quite so obvious, but I can see it from the house when I'm looking up the lawn. I can see there's a bit of a dip here. It's not much, but a bit of soil in there to smooth things out will make a big difference overall. You can see on this area here where the hard standings have been put in for the pot stand here and the little circular patio in the middle. They've stayed up, but as the lawnmower's gone through and people have walked through here, that's dropped, and that's about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Again, just trying to smooth things out right the way through the lawn. This one's only a small area, but before I actually did the top dressing to fill in the aeration holes, this was about 4 to 5 inches deep. So this one's got a fair bit to go, and in places it's still 2 to 2.5 inches deep. Now, because I've put in a very sandy mix into the aeration holes throughout the whole of the lawn, the top dressing to do the levelling doesn't need to have anywhere near as much sand in it. Some will say you still want to do an 80-20 mix, that's 80% sand, 20% soil, but I'm quite comfortable with the way this soil is. The soil that I've got in the bulk bag, I can put that down neat as a top dressing to actually level things out, as the main thing that's doing the work to actually help with water drainage is the aeration holes and the sandy soil mixture that I've got in there at the moment. So get on with actually putting the soil down. I won't bother recording it because it'll be boring. It'll take me an hour and a half I suppose, maybe a little bit longer. Once I've brought the soil in, I will start levelling out and moving it around with the landscaping rake, and same process if I was putting new turf down. Once I've levelled it out, I'll tread the soil, then I'll look, see how the levels are, bring in some more soil if I need it, move soil around, and then once that's all done, we'll be in a position to seed it, and then we'll water it this evening when it's all done. Now, at the beginning of this I said I was late in starting this. We're right at the end of May. Normally if I was going to be doing this process now where I'm going to be seeding, I'd want to be doing that probably latest mid-April, and the reason for that is that it's getting hot now. Last year, end of May, we had 29 degrees on the last day of May, and it just kept getting hotter right the way through till end of August. So it's not the ideal conditions. However, I will be watering the lawn every evening for the next couple of weeks at least, until the grass starts to germinate properly and starts to grow. So it's going to be labour intensive for me to actually make sure that this works properly. If I don't do that, grass seeds will just burn. Grass seeds will just burn. Some dogs. It's not a kennel next door. Now, where was I? Sorry, yes. No, I've completely lost track of where I was. Right, so once the top dressing's levelled, laid out, then I can do the seeding, get the watering done. I will talk more about the seeding process in the next video when this is all done. So I'll get on with bringing the soil in now, I'll get it all levelled, and then I'll show you where we're at when that's done. See you soon. Okay, so hopefully you could see there, I treaded down the soil first to compact it, and once that's done, go over with the landscaping rake to loosen up the surface, and that allows you to smooth out any bumps and dips that are still there. And then if you saw, I actually let the landscaping rake drop on the floor. If you've got an imprint from the handle right the way along its length, you know that the area is flat. If you struggle to sort of look and see where bumps and dips are, if you do that in 3 different directions, that gives you a good idea as to whether or not you've actually got the surface actually flat. And that actually left a full length mark on all 3. So I know that that area now is as flat as I need it. Once all the different areas have got treaded and raked, then I'll have a look over the whole garden, see if there's any other bits that need additional soil. Okay, so that's all the initial lot done. Now I've laid back down the ground and had a look. There's 4 more spots where I can put a full barrow load down to help level things out. So I'll go and get those done now and have a look again in a minute. Okay, so we're done. So that's so out the bulk bag, that was about 80% of that bulk bag. So in terms of volume, 1 bulk bag generally a ton. But in terms of volume, you're looking at 2/3 of a cubic metre. This one was a little bit over full, so it's maybe 3/4 of a cubic metre. So I've used, was that sort of just over, so about 3/4 of a tonne I've used. And as you can see, it disappears really, really easily. So just bear that in mind when you're putting your topsoil down. Questions: have we cleared all the moss? Probably not, but we've got rid of most of it. Have we cleared all the bumps? Probably not, but we've got rid of most of them as well. So any future work on treating the moss, levelling the lawn, it's only small work where you might need a bag of soil or doing some patchwork. We'll do some more feed and weed through the rest of the year, but the next one will be in about 6 to 8 weeks, see how the seed actually goes. So next thing to do is seed, which you'll see in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.